We have 5 minutes left of quali, and that was not a good exit to set him up for his first flying lap on the soft tyre. Let's ride on board with French for this lap. Let's see if he can get provisional pole. Let's see how the car handles in these tricky damp conditions. And yellow flag, that's Time Lord, but he is not on the lap, so it doesn't really matter at this stage. Yeah, it's very, very clean for French, a lot cleaner than Time Lord. And he goes through these corners very, very well. And, oh, big slide. Can he hold it? Very, very nicely held. He keeps the car pointing in the right direction. He continues on for a windy straight. I don't call it a straight, but it's classified as a straight. Yeah, turns on overtake mode. He's got the DRS enabled into turn 11. And hits the curb on the left. Goes through the long right-hander, slow right-hander of turn 12, then the flick to the left of turn 13, then the chicane. Be careful to not clip the wall on the left. He does it very, very nicely. Through turn 16, onto the long straight. Time Lord has a moment out of turn 17, and that doesn't start up his lap very nicely, but let's just end this lap with French. He goes on the way down to turn 17. He will exit the corner. It's the trickiest corner to exit out of on the track. He has a bit of a slide. He gets the car in the right direction, but he goes into the pit lane. So French thinks he can go quicker here. Time Lord, I think he is on a lap. I'd imagine he's going quicker than he was initially. Let's watch Fire Striker as he starts his lap. Nat Hamilton is on a lap. Let's see how quick he can go on that soft tyre. He's got the overtake mode enabled. Into turn 17. Does he get the car stopped nicely? Yes, he does. He goes out of turn 17 through turn 18. Turn 19 right now. What is the lap time? Nat Hamilton goes quickest with a 1:31.2 on the soft tyre. 6.2 seconds quicker than Time Lord. Let's see if that could be beaten. We have just over 2.5 minutes left of quali here. Let's watch Fire Striker for the rest of the lap. I think Lika is on a lap right now. He's got the DRS wide open. Goes into turn 17. It gets the car out of the corner very, very nicely. Lika crosses the line. Can he get provisional pole? He can by less than a tenth from Nat Hamilton. Time Lord goes across the line. He improves, but it's not enough. He's 2 seconds back from Lika. That is so close with Lika and Nat Hamilton. There's a yellow flag, and that will be French coming out of the pit lane. Madav is on a lap, I'd imagine. Let's watch Fire Striker for the end of the lap. We have 2 minutes remaining for these drivers to set a quicker time. Yellow flag, and that's Nat Hamilton. He's not on a lap, so it's all good. At the moment, Fire Striker comes across the line and gets provisional pole by nearly a second with a 1:30.2. That's a great provisional pole lap for Fire Striker. Who else is on a lap? Time Lord goes into the wall. He hits the wall again, and his whole wing goes into orbit. Time Lord goes into the wall and is out of qualifying. When the Williams go past, that was Lika. He just finished a lap. Madav will come across the line. Madav goes faster and nearly half a tenth away from Fire Striker. This is so close. Time Lord's quali is over. I can understand that. That's unfortunate. So French is coming out of the pit lane. French will be able to just get a lap in. Lika has invalidated. He will be able to get a lap in as long as he's got enough fuel. He will cross the line, so he probably does have enough fuel on board. I can see he's 2 point something on the steering wheel. Lika starts up his lap. French starts up his lap. Let's see how these drivers fare with the pressure of trying to get provisional pole. Lika's got to find a second here. Fire Striker and Madav are so close to each other here in qualifying. We've got 20 seconds remaining. Can Fire Striker start up another one? No, he goes deep, and I don't think that's fortunate. So I think Firestriker's done for quali. French goes onto the straight. Leaker just a bit further ahead of him. He's going into turn 11 now. Nat Hamilton is done with qualifying. Time Lord is done with qualifying. Through turn 13 goes Leaker. Through turn 14, 15, and then 16. That's very tricky and technical. Left, right, left. And onto the long straight. How will Leaker do? He's got French behind him. Let's see the time. Yellow flag, and that is Firestriker. He is done for quali. Can Leaker get pole here in Miami? Leaker goes across the line, and he goes fastest by 7/10. Separates him and Firestriker. French will come across the line and steals it from Leaker. French is on pole by 1.4 seconds, and that is a heck of a lap. But yeah, that is the grid. Let's have a little breather. Let's get ready for the race. Let the chaos begin here in Miami. We are halfway in the season. It's lights out and away we go. The better launch goes to French. Leaker got a poor start compared to him. French has gone away, but he goes a bit deep into turn 1. There's a bit of contact between Leaker and Firestriker, but French leads the field. Following Leaker, Firestriker, and then Madav is going to look down the inside. He backs out of it, but Time Lord goes on the inside. They're going side by side through turn 5, 6, and now 7. Time Lord gets an awesome start, but Madav goes in the inside. They make a bit of contact out of turn 8, and that was quite a chaotic start for a couple of them there. But it was a great start for French. Awesome start for French. Firestriker bogged down a little bit. He must have run wide a little bit. A bit of a lock up. Madav sends it on the inside, and that glitch again happens, where one goes over the other. Yeah, it's hopefully that gets patched soon. But at the moment, that's what we're going to have to deal with. But what a start that was. Quite chaotic. A little tap on the wall there for Madav. Started P4, he is now P5. He launched it up the inside there at turn 11, which was very bold, but he got it done. Well, didn't really, but Time Lord will go down the inside into turn 17, and they make a bit of contact. Once again, the switchback is made from Firestriker. Firestriker stays ahead of the Haas driver, but will Time Lord have a go into turn 1 here on lap 2 out of 20? No, he won't be able to. Oh, I heard a crash, and that must have been Time Lord. Time Lord had a moment. He hit the wall somewhere. Is there any damage on his Haas car? It doesn't seem like there is, luckily. And I think Nat Hamilton will be able to go for a move on Madav here into turn 17. No, he's a bit too far back, and it's a very, very late braking for Madav. Madav goes deep into turn 17, keeps the car going, but he goes to the back of the grid. Fastest lap of the race goes to Leaker with a 1:31.3, and back here is Madav. That is unfortunate for the Williams driver. That is so close. He might have a go. He will have the DRS into turn 11. This, I think a move might be made here for Nat Hamilton. He's so close to Time Lord. He goes to the left-hand side of the Haas, and Nat Hamilton goes down the inside into turn 11. Do they get it done nicely? Do they get it done cleanly? Yes, they do. But Nat Hamilton looking for the outside, but just can't find a way past the Haas driver. Leaker and French are close to each other. There could be a move made into the hairpin. Yeah, they are close. It wasn't a good exit from French out of turn 16 on the way down to turn 17. Leaker goes down the inside, goes for the lead of the race. And Leaker leads the Miami Grand Prix. It was a big slide out of turn 17, but he leads. But I think French might have a go into turn 1 here. Nat Hamilton gets Time Lord in the background, but down around the outside goes French. There's a bit of contact through turn 12, more contact through turn 13, but can Leika defend his position from French? They're still going side by side, but Leika keeps his position from French. Leika, the new race leader. And Time Lord must have had a moment because he's dropped right off and he's gone off the track. Rejoins the track behind Madav. That was very awkward. Firestriker's caught up to the battle here between French and Leika. French with the DRS blasts on by Leika and retakes the lead of the Miami Grand Prix. This is a race. This is an absolutely outstanding battle between these three. Nat Hamilton will be catching up. Big slide out of turn 16, which will not set him up nicely for the straight. The long straight. It's a great overtaking opportunity. Firestriker is right behind Leika. And there's a bit of contact, and they go punch for punch. Somebody's going to end up in a wall if they're not careful. 3 wide into the hairpin just about. Firestriker goes down the inside of Leika, can't find a way past. Leika stays behind Firestriker after that big mistake out of turn 16, but he'll have a go on the of the outside into turn 1. Will the switchback be made? There's contact between the three. 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane for Time Lord. Leika is ahead of French, but they're going side by side to turn 4. And Leika stays ahead of the Alpine. Firestriker so close to the back of the car. This is just inviting Hamilton. Big slide for French out of turn 8. And that is not ideal. He will get out of this battle for now. This invites Nat Hamilton. He's less than half a second away from the Alpine. Unfortunate for French. The battle goes on between Firestriker and Leika. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for Time Lord. That puts him to 13 seconds now. I think that was a bit of a tap on the wall for Leika there. This is such a great race. Great battle up here. It's very hard racing and it's brilliant. Firestriker has the DRS. Leika will have to defend from the Ferrari. The Ferrari goes to the right-hand side of the road into the braking area of turn 17. Who comes out on top? Round the outside. Leika spins round. Leika spins round out of turn 17. He backs it up into the other wall. The other Williams has another moment and he goes back down with his teammate and into the pit lane. He's coming in for a new set of tyres. Will probably be a 2-stop race for Leika. Unfortunate for Leika. Madav goes on into P4 where he started. Nat Hamilton and French almost make contact, but they get out unscathed. Nat Hamilton up into P2. We started P6, but everyone making mistakes. Oh, he sends it on the inside. They're still making contact. French sent it on the inside. He doesn't get the place, but it was audacious. Sorry. And he will have a go back at Nat Hamilton. He's got the DRS. He goes to the right-hand side of the road. They make a bit more contact into turn 11. French gets past Nat Hamilton. But French is gaining on Firestriker. And I think he gained about 2/10 that lap. So, yeah, the gap is closing slowly, but Nat Hamilton will go to the left-hand side of the road, and he has to back out, otherwise they're going to make a big crash. And that was a wise option. He'll wait for just a bit longer for the straight. Oh, he went off the track there. Time Lord goes in the pit lane again. What on earth happened to Time Lord? This is his second stop of the race. He's serving his 10-second penalty. There's no damage on his front wing, so he must just be doing an early stop and looking to go to the end. He will be on lap 7 when he comes out of the pit lane. Nat Hamilton close to the back of the Alpine. Yeah, he can't go for a move. I don't think he will into turn 1 either. And big slide from French. Everyone's having a slide The tyres are starting to fall away now at this stage of the race. But yeah. Great battle up here. Awesome battle. Oh, big slide and almost into the wall for Hamilton. That was so close, but he'll have to close the gap a bit more now. French dropped a lot from that lap. 2.9 seconds now separates him and Firestriker. The tyre wear is going down, so, yeah. Oh, big slide for French. Big slide for French, and he goes into the pit lane. Nat Hamilton doesn't follow. And I think it's a wise idea here for French to go in the pit lane. What tyre does he go on? He goes on the hard tyre. Expected. Oh, what's going on here? He's not getting away. That was a long stop. I don't know what happened there. Madav comes in the pit lane. Oh yeah, it'd be crazy, wouldn't it? But yeah, that is, yeah, Madav goes into the pit lane. Comes out the pit lane, and Lika goes on through. He is ahead of French. He still has to... Unless he can somehow bring these tyres to the end. Yellow flag! French has had a moment! French has had a big moment out of turn 3. This could be race over for French. He's crawling at the moment. Is he going to get the car going? He is snail's pace right now. What on earth is going on for French? He puts himself in the wall. What on earth happened to French? This is so unfortunate. He's losing massive amounts of time. What on earth is going on? French, I think he's put his car into AI mode, has he? What on earth is going on? Firestriker comes into the pit lane. There we go. He's got the car going now. This is race over. This is race-ending stuff for French. The car goes back, but he is so far down now. Has he broken his front wing? Yes, his right end plate is gone. Firestriker comes out of the pit lane. Nat Hamilton leads the race. He'll have much fresher tyres for the end, which will set him up nicely for the race. For the end of the race. But Firestriker will be way ahead by the end of this. By the end of his stint. Another moment for French now. French gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. I bet he is not happy right now. He is about to go a lap down. This is so unfortunate for French. He was well in this game. He was well in the fight for the win. And it's all just gone away in the end. He still has his one win from Monaco. He goes back into the pit lane. His wing is well damaged. And Nat Hamilton peels off in the pit lane as well. And yeah, French gives up from the race. Who can blame him? He can't benefit anymore. Still need the points though, as he is in the championship fight. But yeah, so it's unfortunate for French. It really is. So French out of the Miami Grand Prix. Firestriker leads the race. 6.1 seconds separates him and Nat Hamilton. Yellow flag, and that's Time Lord. Time Lord has hit the wall at turn 17, and I saw some damage. I saw some debris on the circuit, so he must have damaged his front wing again. And come on, give me the camera angle. He goes into the pit lane again. He will nearly be a lap down after this. Yeah, he's changing his front wing. Both of his end plates are gone. How many front wings have Time Lord been through now? 6/10 behind him. Oh, he has a big slide. He'll lose time. So he doesn't get the DRS this time around. Or does he? Because I think Firestriker had a slide as well. Nat Hamilton will have the DRS, but so does Firestriker because of Time Lord. He is in the way. Can Time Lord get out of the way here? It's going to be interrupting this battle, causing a bit of a distraction. And I don't think Fire Striker will be happy with this. Because I think Dirty Air, I think Dirty Air gets produced even from a ghost car. Look how close Nat Hamilton is from Fire Striker. Look how close he is. This is wide open. Any of these two drivers could win it today. Fire Striker has a DRS, but it's not enough to defend from Nat Hamilton. Nat Hamilton goes down the inside. He gets the lead of the race. There's contact between him and Fire Striker. Nat Hamilton goes off the road, I think, a bit there. Nat Hamilton is in the lead of the Miami Grand Prix. We're on lap 17 out of 20. Fire Striker is right behind Nat Hamilton, so the battle could still resume here as long as he sticks with him and he doesn't make much mistakes. I think Nat Hamilton made a mistake. He's dropped quite a few tenths there. He's probably had a big slide somewhere. We could see another change. No, big slide. Big slide for Fire Striker. There's a yellow flag, and that is Time Lord. He's gone off at turn 5. Time Lord has had another moment. What on earth? What on... Wow. That is one way to rejoin the track. Oh, Nat Hamilton! Nat Hamilton had a moment! I didn't catch it. Nat Hamilton has had a moment. Fire Striker has gone on through. Time Lord has had another moment. His whole front wing is gone now. He's on the wet tire. He's just goofing around now, isn't he? Fire Striker is looking to make a hat-trick of wins here in Miami. If he gets the car stopped nicely, he's got this in the bag. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for Time Lord, but Fire Striker makes it a hat-trick of wins this season. Fire Striker crosses the line, wins in Miami, and there must have been another mistake from Hamilton because he dropped a couple of seconds there from Fire Striker, the final corners. But Fire Striker, he got lucky in the end there. Time Lord has retired, so he's given up. He just had a couple of corners remaining, but it's all good. But yeah, that was a great race. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. Great battle between them, between all these drivers. And it's just mistakes that set you back. Well, Ferrari is back on the podium for the third time, back on the top step of the podium for the third time this season. Congratulations to Fire Striker. He gets up. He gets his third win of the season, and congratulations for him. Yeah, he got very lucky in the end, didn't he? Nat Hamilton made a big mistake. And, yeah, Ferrari on top for the third time this season. Driver of the day goes to Nat Hamilton. Most overtakes goes to Nat Hamilton. Fastest lap goes to Nat Hamilton. Cleanest driver goes to Fire Striker. And race win goes to Fire Striker. And that was one heck of a race that was. Battles everywhere you look. And it's just mistakes that set you back in the end. But there's no stopping Fire Striker in the end. He picks up the third win of the season.